Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you will be able to actually watch this video. I hope you're having a good day, and today I would love to invite you for another mixed media tutorial. We're going to be making a card, another card. I absolutely love and enjoy making cards, but you know I'm passionate about mixed media, and last video was about rose making, and today actually we'll be using those roses on my card. So let's dive into it. I'm going to reverse the camera and let's do this card together. So here we are, welcome at my desk, and as you can see I've got quite a few goodies on my desk. So let's start with the roses. This is the roses what I've made in the last tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial because these are the easiest roses I have ever made, and I hope you enjoyed it and you actually had a chance to make them yourself, because they are super cute, super easy and super useful for any mixed media project where you can actually stick them on. For example, on a card making, if you're going to be creating a canvas, if you're going to be creating any other project, they are so super handy. So as you can see, I've got quite a few goodies, so let's start putting them a little bit aside so I can create a little bit of workspace for myself. So I've got a ink, Pillet Paint Distress ink. This is absolutely great color. It goes really nicely with any mixed media project or with any other colors you will be actually mixing together. This green is absolutely nice. It's not too bright, it's not too dark, it's just nice, it's just perfect. I've got gold ribbon. This is actually a Christmas ribbon. However, you can actually mix and match them with the papers where you can grab from your stash and create something really handy, really useful, really pretty as a gift for your friend, for the family member, for the birthday upcoming, for any, for example, anniversary, for even the teacher, for, I don't know, colleague, work colleague, whoever you decide to make this card for. This is going to be really handy. So grab your tools, grab your things, whatever you have on your stash, mix and match them together. It doesn't have to be necessarily something what you think it's out of the season where you're not able to use. You can actually reach out for something really like seasonal, like this, for example, ribbon, which obviously is designed for Christmas project, but who cares? We can create this this project with using the ribbon and decorate our card with the Christmas ribbon. Why not? Then I have a stamp. Of course, I have something really delicate because I don't want to overload my card. I want to have something delicate what will be blending nicely. So I thought will be nicely actually to do these tiny dots from Kaisercraft stamp collection. This is one of my very first stamps what I've purchased quite a few years ago when I started my crafty journey, and this stamp is really handy, really useful because it's really unique. It is good as a background. So I'm going to use this stamp. I have Archival ink coffee shade. This brown is absolutely so super pretty. It's so nice. It's so really like going with any other project, and I actually was using this ink on my previous card making tutorial when I was making the vintage boho card. Let me just grab that card for you. So that's the card what I actually was working and creating. So this is the ink I was working with as well. So the other thing what I have on my stash, I have those cute little frames. These are a gift what I've been gifted from my lovely crafty friend Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. I think I will be able to use those beautiful frames today on this project. I'm not too sure which one yet, but maybe one, maybe both. I will decide in a minute. And I have lace. This is really pretty lace. This is like a salmon color lace, and it's so really beautiful. So I've got this lace cut out in half. However, when I will unroll it a little bit more for you, this is what the actually lace coming as. So you can actually step out of the comfort zone and step out of the box and actually cut something like this lace into two, to create, for example, just a nice strip of thinner lace if you fancy, or if you fancy doing in a larger, in the wider size, then by all means you've got the choice to do. So let me just put the lace on side as well, and I've got a little pin, so I'm gonna just put it on side so I'm not gonna poke myself with it. And I have this cool stencil. This is a cool stencil from the Crafty Workshop collection, from the Slimline collection. This is a leaf collection, and I really like those because they are really unique, and you can actually blend them nicely on your project. You can actually create a beautiful leaves when you can actually, for example, create a nice texture using texture paste on a piece of paper, and then just individually cut them, and then you can just fill your composition with. So this is a cool idea for you to also use the stencil. It doesn't have to be necessarily like for the texture, it can be also for your embellishments, for the finishing pieces, for the finishing elements on your project. And I have tacky when dry gel medium. I have this cool medium because I'm thinking of using the newest product what Crafty Workshop do have available, the champagne gold foil transfer, and this is really a cool medium to go with together with this transfer foil. So I think I will just blend those as well. And I also have this cool stencil. I absolutely love this stencil, the lace stencil. This is one of my favorite. This is also one of the latest release from Crafty Workshop. I've used this stencil in already 2 projects, I believe, because I was doing the presentation with embossing powders, and I also use this stencil on this boho vintage card as well. And this lace is absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I definitely will be using this stencil as well. And of course we need some papers, and I have these cool papers from the Scrap Boys collections, and these are Sew in Love collection. These are older collection. I don't have a newest collection available what Scrap Boys released, because I'm not particularly actually doing many craft projects lately. As you know, I am quite busy. I'm working full-time. I've got my online businesses as well. So craft is my passion, but also craft is an expensive passion. So obviously you have to find a way to budget in and make money to actually continue with your passion. So despite the fact where I am and what I'm doing, I hope you will enjoy this tutorial. I hope you have an idea. I hope you will have the good tips to take away. And if you do have this collection, please grab it, and maybe you will actually use and make a card with me today. And of course we need a card base. And one of my favorite card bases, what I absolutely love and enjoy working, I was testing different sizes. I was testing the square sizes, like rectangle sizes, but this particular size for the rectangle card is actually one of my favorite, absolutely favorite. This is the DL size. This is 10 by 20 centimeters roughly. Now if you for example would like to adjust the length of your card base or width of your card base, then by all means you've got a choice, whatever the size you would like to work with, whatever the preferences you will have. The entirely your choice you have here, and whatever it obviously works for you best, then you can just grab the idea and use maybe different papers, maybe different size of a cardstock. Whatever you would like to do is entirely your choice. So I'm gonna just put my card base on side, and I'm gonna reach out for my trimmer, and I will start cutting the paper into the sizes to work on my card base. So I'll get back to you in a moment when I've got my trimmer ready. Back to you, my lovely friends, with my trimmer, and let's begin. Let's start. So I have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful background paper with the roses. I actually was creating the piece with this background, with this paper, for the different mixed media project. If you follow me on my Instagram, you probably have seen it. I've created a beautiful beautiful piece with this paper using this background. But today I will be using the roses because they are so super pretty, and I think they will go nicely as a bottom layer for my project. Now the second layer what I will be using is this green jute background, I will say. This is really, really pretty, really, really nice. And what I like about the Scrap Boys papers, that they have a strip at the bottom of each sheet, and they do have a sentiment in Polish and English where you can actually add to your project. for example, if you're making a card, if you're making any other project, it is so cool, so handy to actually grab it. You don't have to invest, for example, in any stamps. You don't have to invest in any, for example, other accessories and other, for example, like Amphera elements, because you've got those ready with when you purchase the collection. So it's super, super handy, super, super good. So let's just measure what background, what size will I need for my card to go here. So I think the always way how I like to create is to leave a little margin on my cards, on my basis, and I think I will just go with that. So I will measure my my card. Yeah, okay, this is a little bit too far. Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Okay, let's just cut that to see where it will take me, and then I can measure from there. Okay, so let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Where are we gonna go from here? Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got that straight. Let's see how we're gonna have this. Okay, this is a little bit maybe too thin, I would say. Okay, not a problem. We can still work with that. We can still use this on our card, but we can actually use this on a different way. Let's have a look. So I have this. Okay. Right, this is going to be slightly too small, what I think I will like. So what I will do instead, I will use this background, and I will use this particular one. Okay, let me just measure this. There we go. Okay, that's gonna be just where I need. Okay, cool. Where's my pencil? There we go. So I need to do here, and I need to cut here. Okay, cool. We can use this sheet as a bottom layer for our card, and this is gonna be so nice as well. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. So I have that, and let's cut this one. Okay, so I have this one to go on the layer. Ooh, this will look really nice as well. Okay, cool. Now I need to measure the same the same pieces what I need to put it inside, and I think this is gonna be just so nice to put it inside. This is gonna be nice and clean papers to add it into my insert for this card. There we go. So we can just cut it here, and we're gonna cut it here. Let me just quickly measure. There we go. That. Cool. So we're gonna have 3 of these strips. There we go. 1, 2, and 3, and they are almost. These are like literally like a 1 millimeter smaller. So this last piece I can actually use at the back of my card, just to nicely finish in everything. There we go. So this is gonna be my insert for the inside, and this is where we can just nicely write a message for the recipient. We can actually write it on the both sides. For example, dear Amanda, dear Maggie, dear Claire, whoever you're gonna be messaging and gifting this card for. Okay, so we have these. I just need to cut the length as well. Let's just quickly try that. Here we go. Okay, so that's gonna be just here. So just literally like ½ centimeter from each of them. Okay, so let's just quickly get on with it. Okay. Right, there we go. And last one more. There we go. Which way do I want it? Maybe this way. There we go. So this is gonna be just on here. There we go. Now, as you can see, I am not really like using a ruler and measuring anything. I'm just trying on, I'm just measuring with like quickly using the elements what I have already pre-measured, what I have already decided they're gonna go nicely there. So this is gonna be my insert. There we go. This is gonna be my back of the card. That's looking really cool, and I like the frames as well. And this is gonna be my front. And because I have this cool front, I am just thinking, because I have these cool roses here and I have this cool pattern paper. Let me just have a look which one. Okay, this one. This one will go on here. I love it. I love it. So what I need to do, I just need to I'm gonna tear my paper. Okay, you're gonna be screaming at me and thinking, oh, what you doing? I'm just gonna tear my paper to create a nice wavy. There we go. That's what I am aiming for. So just step out a little bit out of my comfort zone, just to be a little bit courageous, and I've created a nice pattern for my card. If I will just maybe pull that slightly like this, just to make it a little bit more visible. There we go. I love what I see here. Now what we can also do for the last layer, we're gonna reach out for this green pattern paper. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna be using, well, in fact, yes, I am going to do with this green. Yes, I am going to do with this green. So what I'm going to do, I'm going just measure a smaller one. Let's have a look. Let's just measure where we are with that. So we've got that. So the third layer will be roughly up here. Okay. Okay, let's do it to here. Okay, this is where I want to be. Okay, so let's just cut this smallest strip of paper for our top layer. Okay, there we go, like this. As you can see, I am not sliding my card fully, because I'm not sure what length I will be using for the next project. And this is what I like about this kind of trimmers, that you can actually, without cutting your card paper fully, you can actually cut out the needed size. Okay, right. Let's just put that on side. There we go. Let's just move those as well. So we're gonna just clean a little bit workspace. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, so I think we've got all elements ready for our card. There we go. So we have that, and we have also that. And what I want to do, I actually want to create a same like on the angle, ruffled, there we go, pattern to match the bottom layer. Okay, there we have it. Okay, that's what I have, that's what I like, that's what I like to do today. That is going to be a little bit different, that's going to be a little bit stepping out of my comfort zone, stepping out of the box, creating a mixed media card. So I have this card base and layers ready, and what I think I will be using, of course I will be using a bit of a lace, but in a between. But firstly, let me just stick my papers to the base, and then we can start moving on the further elements. So this time I actually will reach out for the double side tape, and also beforehand I'm gonna reach out for my corner punch. I absolutely love this corner punch. If you don't have a corner punch, you can always purchase it, because you're gonna be able to use it on so many different projects, and it's so super cool to have it. And I think rounding the corners on your project, it makes your card more elegant, I would say. It makes your card maybe more like, you know, eye-catching, as I'll say. But like I said, you don't have to do this, you don't have to have the corner puncher if you don't want to invest any more money into your craft stash. You can use whatever you have, there's no wrong with that. Okay, so I have double-sided tape what I will be starting attaching on my bottom layers, and I haven't been working with the double-sided tape for a while. I actually was using a glue instead, but what I also found that some of the glue, if they are thick, they actually leave in a little bit of a marks on your project, and it makes the glue visible. So it's always good to maybe use the double-sided tape at first and then use the glue as well, or you can just work with the double-sided tape only. Whichever your preferences are, it is your choice. This is what works for me, and this is what I share with you. Okay, so we have those elements ready. Quickly we'll apply this to my bottom layer. Oops, sorry, squeaking door. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna just grab another punch, and I have this cool corner punch. I always like to insert it, or to be honest, because we have this cool nice pattern paper and it's light, so we don't have to really put the card inside for a message for the recipient. Let me just show you. This is another card what I've created, but this one's got a slits for the insert the card. Also, although it's nice and pale, but it's kind of visible, so when you write a message, it might not be as such clean, I suppose. So then you've got the spaces to insert a white piece of cardstock, and then that's where you can write the message for your recipient. Okay, without any further ado, let's dive into it. Let's just stick those elements on our base. So I'm just gonna peel the back of a double-sided tapes, and I will also add glue just to secure it, because double-sided tape might actually will lose the stickiness at some point, and you don't want your card to actually come apart. You want to make sure that it's fully nicely secure, so it's always good to add a bit of a glue. There we go. So that's one of the insert ready. I'm gonna peel off the other two backings from my double-sided tape, a bit of a glue. There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I like that. There we go. Right. Not very straight. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Just need to slightly adjust this. There we go. Okay, that's better. That's much better. This is what I like about the glue and the tape, because you can just have a little bit of a moment, and then you can just quickly adjust it. If you will be using just a double-sided tape, I'm not too sure if you will actually have a chance to do that, just in case something might not stick straight. You can test it, you can experiment and see what works for you. Okay, so we have the back of our card to go on. There we go. Okay, I like that. It's coming so nicely, and I'm already enjoying the process. I hope you also do enjoying the steps. I hope you also enjoying the process, how this card is coming along. Now, if you're working with me, I am so super grateful that you found a moment and pull out your stash and decided to create with me. It's so super nice. If you're just watching at the moment and then you will be creating at your own time, that is also super cool, super good. Okay, let me just remove this little, there we go. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So we've got the inserts ready, we've got the backs and the front ready. What I will do now, I will leave that flat aside. I'm gonna just actually move my trimmer away. I don't need my trimmer anymore. There we go. Okay, so what my next step will be, I will grab a little bit of a chipboard pieces. I have a chipboard pieces already prepared for this project, and I will create a little bit of a depth and layers dimension on my card. I'm sorry you can't see it very well. Let me just bring the camera in with a little bit maybe different angle, or maybe in fact I can put my blinds down so the screen's gonna be really nice and clearer. I'm sorry I didn't notice that earlier. Apology about this. Back to you, and I think this is gonna work now. Sorry about that. I am very sorry I didn't notice that sooner. I hope you don't mind and you were still able to see what I was working on. I've received a comment that on some of the videos, for example on my last card making video, I was a little bit off camera. Yes, I was a little bit off camera, but when I was working and talking through the process, I think the steps are really easy to get repeated, and especially when you're working on the flowers, when you're working with a hot glue gun, sometimes you have to just bring your elements a little bit closer to your eyes so you're not gonna make a mess. And also what is important, that when you're working with hot glue, you're not burning yourself, of course. I hope that's obviously it's not gonna be such a big problem. But yeah, if that's something of what I need to implement on, if something what I need to improve on, then I will take it on board, of course, and we can of course adjust that a little bit. That's no problem at all. Your feedback is always welcome. Your feedback is always good to receive, just to improve this channel for the future tutorials. There we go. So I'm gonna attach this layer to my front panel. There we go. Okay, that's where I want to go, maybe a little bit there. Okay, this is gonna look really cool. Well, in fact, I can just slightly pull that a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I love that. Love, love, love that. This is super, super cool. Cool, cool, cool. And just so not being so like, you know, monochromatic, shall I say? I don't really know what the word I'm looking for, but just basically not to do every single project in the same way. You can always step out a little bit out of your comfort zone and create something different. I think when I've created that little dimension between the layers, that is also super, super cool, super nice. What I need now, I need to attach a bit of a lace on this project. I love to actually do that. And what I am actually thinking, I will go a little bit more with pulling this paper a little bit higher, because I want my lace to be more visible. I want the lace to actually be really, there we go, that way. Maybe this goes there. There we go. Yes, that's gonna be really, really cool. And if I add a lace under this, yes, I love that. But what I want to do, I'm gonna just plug in my hot glue gun and wait for a moment for the hot glue gun to get warmed up, and then I want to create a nice waves with the lace. So let me just get that organized, and I'll come back to you when the hot glue gun, it will be good to go. So stay with me. Back to you. So my hot glue gun is ready, it's good to go. But I've also rescued those roses from the leftovers of the papers while I was about to chuck it away. And I have a really cool little elements what I will be able to fill the composition with. So I've got a couple of tiny leaves. I've got a part of the roses which I will fill with this composition together, and I think this is gonna look really cool. So let's dive into it. Let's create a little waves on our front layer, and I will just try to create a little bit of a ruffles with this lace what I have. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. Okay, be careful with your hot glue. Don't burn yourself. I always repeat that. When you're working with the hot glue, you don't want to burn yourself. Be careful. Be super careful with working with your hot glue. Okay, so let's just gently work with our lace. Add a bit of a crinkles to create this cool wavy effect. There we go. There we go. So we have that, we have that, we have that. Cool, cool, cool. That's looking really interesting, I will say. That's looking really cool. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we don't have far to go. We've got just a tiny bit of our, there we go. Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna just cut my lace where I want to finish, and I'm just gonna stick this there. Okay, this is really cool effect what we have here. Like I said, be gentle with your hot glue. You don't want to burn yourself. Okay, I like what I see. I enjoy that. Okay, I might just twist that slightly. There we go. There we go. Lovely. I love that. This is super, super cool. super, super cool. Right, I need another layer of chipboard pieces just to level it up, because I've got these raised with the lace, so I just need to level it up with the rest of the top of the card. Here we go. So I will add few of chipboards. There we go. Oopsie doopsie. Here we go. And maybe just one more here, and just a last one on the top. There we go. And we are good to go. We can just stick this on top, or maybe not yet. Maybe not yet, or maybe we actually can. I'm just thinking, what else am I going to do with this? Bear with me. I've got an idea. And I've got the idea because I have this little tiny leftovers from cutting the other elements. And I'm just really tempting. I'm really tempting to use that. I think this is gonna be really interesting to add this into it as well. And I'm just thinking maybe I will add another. Yes, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Oh my gosh, I've got this idea in my mind. Okay, right. So I will get this like that. Okay, I'm gonna bring my trimmer, and I just need my tiny trimmer just to trim this here. Bear with me. There we go. I love that. This is super funky fancy. I like that. So just to level it up, I will need to do it in there. Okay, let's do this. So I'm gonna just go and create a nice wave on this front panel as well. I love that. This is so unexpected. This is so different what I really intended to do. We could actually maybe. No, we're gonna stick to that. We're gonna stick to that. Yes, okay, we're gonna stick to this. We're gonna stick to this, and I'm gonna just start building my composition. I've got these cute frames. I love those frames, but I'm not too sure which one I'm going to use. Maybe I will use this one. This one's super cool, super nice. But also I would like to add a bit of a contrast to it as well. But beforehand, what I'd like to do on this element, I'm going to add a bit of a interest. I'm going to add a bit of a these super cool leaves, what I am going to transfer using the Pillet Paint Distress ink. So I'm gonna just apply my design, just gonna ink it through. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Up to here. Okay, lovely. I love that. I love that, love that, love that. Do I need a little bit more? Maybe. Maybe. I will add a bit of more. Why not? Let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. So I have that. Cool. I like that. Maybe I will add these two leaves here as well. There we go. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. So we've got nice background created with the stencil. I love that. This is super, super pretty, 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 pretty. What I can also do, I can grab a sponge and just ink it the edges of this element, so it will nicely stand out. There we go. So this really like highlights everything. It's like giving a frame to our card. Love that effect. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I want to create a bit of a interest. I want to create a bit of a mixed media. So I'm gonna reach out for this coffee ink, and I will reach for the stamp, this super cool stamp, the Dotty stamp, and I will create a bit of a interest with that as well. Super cool. I like that. Really fancy. There we go. So I have this a little bit of a interest happening. There we go. Okay, love that. And I will add a tiny bits of this stamping onto the front as well. Front panel. There we go. There we go. There we go. Not too much, not too much, not too much. Okay. Now I will go and ink this panel just to create a nice frame as well for the front. There we go. Just highlight my ruffled edges. Okay, love that. Love that. Really cool, really fancy, really nice. But what else I want to do? What else do I want to do? I want to create on this background a little bit of a more interest. I want to add this cool stencil to it. And what I am thinking of doing, I am thinking of adding this cool pattern, this cool pattern lace here. And I don't really want to like completely cover it, everything what I've created, but I will just slightly tap it up with this ooh, I like this one. I think I will go for that one. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this Tacky when Dry gel medium. I will grab just the ordinary kitchen sponge, and I will just get my medium on my sponge, just not too much. There we go. And I will just tap it, and tap it. And that way I will be able to add a foil to my project. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. I like that. Now I'm gonna go and wash my stencil right away. When this medium will dry, I will be able to apply the foil. So let me just quickly go and wash my stencil to prevent from ruining it, and then we can work on the foil. I'm back, I am back. Wash my stencil, everything is good to go. So let's just grab the foil and we can just apply the foil. Now remember, when you're working with foil, you need to apply your foil not reversible way, but you need to apply your foil the way how you actually see it. Here we go. So I'm gonna just go and rub on. Here we go. And let's see what will transfer. Maybe this is not the greatest pattern because it's kind of small. It's kind of like a little visible, I shall say, but if you fancy any different one, then go for it. I think this one will really do the trick for me. There we go. Oh, I love this goldy effect. What I am seeing on there just happening. This is cool. I like it. Okay, I love it. There we go. I didn't go for the perfect impression. I actually wanted to have that like a distress, like a vintage, like a, you know, a little bit off looking, and I think this is just gonna look so cool. Take a look. I love that. And what I'm going to do, I am actually going to create another layer of the wavy effect of my lace. So I'm gonna just grab a little bit more of the chipboards. What I need to cut into pieces just to level my my elements. There we go. So I have a bit of a chipboard here, and I will just apply a bit of a glue to attach them. There we go. There we go. And then we're gonna work on our composition. We're gonna work on our what we're gonna work on. We're gonna work on our decoration. We're gonna work on our top layer, and we're gonna use the frames. I'm not sure which frame we're going to go for yet, but it will come to that in a moment. So let's just start attaching the lace. A bit of a glue. There we go, and we're gonna just create again the ruffles from the lace. So let's just apply that first. There we go. Okay. I hope this is gonna be a little bit different idea for you. I hope you're gonna have a little bit of a like something unique to go for. I hope you will have something as an inspiration to take away from this session, from this tutorial. I really hope that this is something what you really was looking forward for, what you really wanted to see. I'm trying not to repeat the tutorials. I'm trying to create something different. I'm trying to be a little bit unique in a way that no one's created the card in the same style, for example. Maybe the steps are very similar, but the card never looks the same. Though, just let's be honest, okay? So this is maybe the composition wise, the similar cards you might have seen, but it's never the same. And also what I love about handmade cards, they are super unique. They are super special. You can't buy them in ordinary store. You can't buy them and just like, you know, let's say have like in the bulks of them. They are just one and one only. They are just so special. Okay, and that's what I love about it. That's what I love about the creativity, because it's so super nice to be creative, to be courageous, but also unique at the same time. Okay, so that's what I have. Here we go. I have this lace here attached to my panel. I love that. I really love that. This is really cool. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I love that. I really do. So super pretty. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my card base with all the elements what I have, and I am going to stick this on top. There we go. Gonna stick this on top like that. Oh gosh, this is so super girly, so super nice. I really like that. And I hope the recipient, whoever will be receiving this card, whoever will receive this card, will also enjoy it, will also treasure it, because this card is created with the heart. It's created with the intention. It's created with the steps of passion. Okay, I love that. I do love that. This is super nice. Okay, love that. Love, love, love that. And I want the frame, and I'm just thinking I will use this frame as a center element. I maybe use those elements, not necessarily because I have a beautiful background there, but I also will reach out for my roses. Okay, I have a one little rose, and I have this. Oh wow, love that. I really, really like that. Let me just move that aside. Oh my gosh, this is pretty. This is pretty. I like that. I'm just gonna find maybe another this small beige flower. This is what I like about having a stash of flowers, because you can always fill the composition with them. Okay, love that. Love that. Okay, do I? Ooh, okay. This is gonna be just nice. This is gonna be just nice. And then the okay, right. I'm gonna leave that on for a moment. I want to work on this frame, and what I need to do, I need to paint this frame in white, and I need to do that with either gesso or the acrylic paint. Let me just grab the mediums from my stash and let me just work on it, so I can just nicely finish it off my card. Okay, so I am good to go with my gesso, and I am going to paint my frame. I'm gonna make it white, and then I will just highlight a little bit of the elements as well. There we go. There we go. You don't have to be super precise, because if we are not super precise, that way we'll also create a nice vintagey look on our frame, which is also super cool, because it's not gonna be fully, like, you know, covered. It's gonna have a little bit of imperfection. I love that. I do love that. So I'm gonna go quickly wash my hands, quickly dry this, and then I can go ahead and finish the project. Bear with me, let me just do that quickly. Okay, so my frame is ready, my frame is dry, and what I am going to do now, I am going to highlight a little bit using the ink. So let me just grab a little bit of a sponge, and then I will do a bit of a highlights. There we go. There we go. This is what we're aiming for. There we go. We don't have to be super precise with that. We can just be a little bit of a, there we go, leaving a bit of a white edges. This is super nice, and I think this is gonna go nicely with this composition. We're gonna go nicely with this elements. I think this is gonna look really cool. So I have this, but I also need a little bit something underneath just to pop my frame, so it's gonna be really nicely visible. And I'm just thinking, what do I need to find? Let me just go through my stash quickly to find something what I can use for this. Guess what? I did not have to look far for anything. I found this tiny scrap of paper, a little left over what was lying next to me, and I think this is going to be just perfect to use. So let me just cut that, and that's going to be super cool for my frame, just to make it more visible, just to make it a little bit pop, and then we can go and create the composition with the flowers, and that's going to be finishing touches for this card. Okay, I have my little frame ready. I think this is gonna look super cool on this project. So without any much thinking, without any like, you know, any doubts, I'm gonna just go and stick that on my panel. I'm gonna stick that on front. There we go. So I'm gonna just add a bit of a glue. There we go. So that will hold on nicely in places for me. There we go. This is just so super pretty frame. Super, super lovely frame. Thank you so much, Janet, for sending that over to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. And I think this rose, this dramatic dark rose, will nicely go in here as well. And I'm thinking maybe I will actually use these leftovers. I'm just thinking out loud at the minute. I'm just thinking out loud at the minute. Nothing is granted, nothing is permanent. There we go. Ooh, this actually will look cool out here. Yeah, okay. It's nothing actually gets sticked yet. I'm just thinking out loud at the minute. I'm just thinking out loud at the minute. Okay, I like that here actually as well. And I'm just thinking, should I? Okay, yes, I like that. And do I put you here or do I put you here? No, I actually will put you next to this and I'll put you there. I like that. I've got these leaves here, which I can maybe use it with this rest elements. Let me just cut this rose. Rose. Okay. This is gonna look cool. This is gonna look cool. Okay, I like that there. This is gonna be a little bit different card what I usually would have created. Yes, it is a little bit different, but you know what? I like it. I like to step out sometimes from the comfort zone. I like to do something sometimes different. And this is why I also encourage you to do. It's always good to do something what you haven't done before. It's always good to try something new. And yes, it's definitely is benefiting. Okay, so I have this gold ribbon, which I will also attach to my card. I just need to cut my ends. Oh gosh, this is gonna be just super funky. This is gonna be just super cool, I think. I like that. I do like that. Okay, so I'm gonna apply a bit of a hot glue to my elements, like so. But I also will lift them a little bit, so they're not gonna be just lying flat. Okay, so they will have a bit of a dimension. They will have a little bit of like a pop area. This is looking really nice. Okay, I'm gonna just glue my rose. Oops, this glue is a little bit strange. Okay, my rose here, and I also will attach my gold ribbon like that. Okay, and I will go underneath of my rose like this. There we go. I'll just hold it in place for a moment so the glue gets set. This is looking really cool, and I will put this rose underneath here. I think that looks good. Okay, cool. This rose will go on side. this rose will go on side like this. Okay, like that. This little cutie will go here. Okay, this little cutie will go here. There we go. Just on the angle, so it's not gonna be totally flat. Oh, in fact, this look cool there. I'm just thinking here. Yes, I will go here. I'll go on this side just to balance it up, really. I'm gonna leave it a little bit of a white blank space there. Okay, you go here. Okay, now I've got these little leaves, which I will grab a tweezers, and I will gently will glue them as well, because they are super tiny. That's why I need tweezers to work with them. So let me just, oops, sorry, I knocked the camera a little bit. Okay, this is cool, this is nice. And I have this pack of leaves. They're actually a nice continuation of the rose as well. Okay, yeah, okay, we can actually do that. We can actually do that. Just put it underneath like this. There we go. Okay, so we've got actually continuation of the rose accidentally created. Interesting, right? Okay, let me just grab this leaf. There we go, there we go, there we go. I like what I see here, and I hope you do like it too. I hope you actually enjoying the process of creating this card. It's a little bit, I will say, different, definitely different what I usually would have created, but yeah, why not? Why not? We can step out of our comfort zone, we can think outside the box, and we can create something different. We don't have to create always the same things. We can just do something totally new, and it's also a good, enjoyable as well. Okay, I have this little tiny leaf to stick, and what I think as a nice finish, as a nice complementary to this card, I think it will be nice maybe to add a little bit of a white elements, white touches. I think that will really nicely finish everything. Okay, I like that. I really do like that, and I hope you do too. This is really different. This is really different card what I would have created. Okay, nice. I like it. I do like it, even if I say so. There we go. I'm gonna reach out for the string, because I always like to have a bows made with a string. So I'm gonna get a few bows made out of string as well, and add it onto this composition to finish everything nicely, to finish everything off. Maybe just a couple. Sorry, I'm keep knocking the open cupboards, and it's making a little bit of a squeaky noise, because that's where I store all the mediums, and that's obviously, that's where it is. So let's just create a couple of those. There we go. We can attach this to this there. I'm gonna just grab my tweezers to hold it in place. There we go. I like that. I do like that. Okay, so I have this bow as well, and I will add this bow on side here. Okay, nice. I like that. Maybe one more. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, let's do one more. Maybe a smaller one. Let's do one more. Two. One more. We're almost finished. We almost finished this card. We're almost done. I know there's quite a few steps to follow, but I think these are nice steps. These are good steps. These are different steps to create a card. Just to be a little bit of a like, you know, unique, just to do something different. Okay, love it. Okay, gonna add you here. Okay, cool, like that. Okay, and I think I'm gonna finish at that. I don't want to overdo it, I don't want to overload. I'm gonna just grab a few white elements just to pick it through to stick to the composition, and that will be our finished touches. So I have those cute little elements what I have cut out using Lady E design dies. I absolutely love working with Lady E dies. If you don't have any dies from Amelia's, I am very big fan of those dies. They are really good quality, they are affordable, and that's what I enjoy about it. And like for example, those little tiny leaves, they are really cool to have. They are really good to invest for, because you can actually use those on so many different cards, on so many different projects, and they are always nicely complementing your composition. They always nicely adding those final touches to your project. So this is what I have. You go in here. There we go. You go in here. And last one more. Okay, you can actually go here. Okay, if you want to, you can go and add a bit of a white splashes to your card. If you think this is something what will apply to you, because it's mixed media, you always wanting to add a bit of the final touches, final elements. There we go. This is so nice, so rich, I would say, so like, you know, very feminine, very really cool. I hope you like it. I hope you do like this. I haven't stick this rose. I'm just thinking, should I? Yes, go on then. I will add you to it. I will add you to it here. Okay, I will add you. Okay, you will belong to this project. You will belong to this card. Let's just add you in. Let me just lift those. Oopsie daisy. Okay, this is cool. Okay, I like that, and this is what I'm gonna finish at. I'm not gonna add anything more. Like I said, I will just grab a white acrylic paint. There we go. A little bit of a white acrylic paint, squirting on my mat, adding a bit of a water, and then I'm gonna just find my brush from my okay, there we go. Squirting a bit of the water, mixing my paint with water. There we go. We've finished. our mixed media card. And I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. And there we go. Let me just give a close-up. We've got nice white splashes, little splashes. There we go. Okay, that will be all, my lovely friends. Please share this tutorial with your friends. Please invite them to visit my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Sending you all love and kisses. Until the next time. Bye for now. Bye-bye.